The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Coming up on Muddy River Gems, browse through the Easley Pioneer Museum in Ipava. Between Ipava and Bernadotte and Table Grove, there are hundreds, thousands of acres that were in the 40s devoted to training, at Camp Ellis, and a prisoner of war camp. That's on the next Muddy River Gems, sponsored by Dot Foods.
Hi, this is Ron Kincher with Muddy River News. Welcome to the Business Spotlight, brought to you by Mercantile Bank. Tim Schrage joins us, the Pepsi guy, on-premise sales manager. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So Refreshment Services Pepsi is more than just Quincy, right?
Right.
Could you allude to that? So you guys are all over the place.
Yeah, so we're locally owned. There's a big misconception that we're Pepsi, which we are. We're tied to Pepsi, but we're locally owned. So we have an independent owner here. We're over 6 facilities. So we have Quincy and Macomb that we service here in our territory. We have 10 counties. And then he has 3 other Midwest facilities and 2 down in Florida.
So, and your motto is live local, and I think that's kind of obvious what it means. So what does it mean to you as a manager at Pepsi?
Yeah, I mean, so Pepsi, we're all about the local partners. You know, our national partners are great, but we're here to help the little guys. They help us. If the little guys can be successful, we're successful too.
So how's it work with you guys in corporate in terms of rules and regulations that you had to follow with your product? I mean, do they push everything down, or do you guys get to make some decisions yourselves?
Yeah, there's a few things we can opt in and opt out of, but mostly we have control of what we have in our warehouse. And what I brought today were some things that Pepsi nationally doesn't necessarily carry, but it's some brands that, you guys may not be familiar with. And some of those are the things we're trying to push a little heavier now because we don't have the media behind it.
But as far as how you set up end caps at stores, the products you put in convenience stores, are those decisions made locally?
Yeah, those are made locally here.
Okay, so what type of decisions would be made at the national level? Or they just say, here's the product, do what you want to do?
Yeah, it's more so on the national level, a different product that they're pushing that we have to carry. As far as displaying it and getting it out there, that's locally based. So let me give you an example of like a Baja Blast. That's something that we're going to be forced to carry. Does that help answer it?
It does, yeah. And then you guys have always, going back to the days of Jerry Graw, you guys have been very involved in the local sports community. Scoreboards everywhere had the Pepsi logo on it, and that's a mission you guys have continued over the years. Yeah,
I mean, so it's been what we've built our business on, is just having the partnerships. We're proud that we're partners with most every school in our territory. Schools are the future drinkers, future customers. It's one of the great things about being independently owned. So Mr. Vecchi loves being involved in all those sporting events. We were tied to Gus Macker for, I believe, 29 out of the 30 years. We were tied with Little People's for all 50 years. And there's so many events that go on in Quincy, and we want to be tied to that. We want to be your local partner. And, it's the brand recognition. It's the loyalty to our brands. And, hopefully we can provide you a good experience along with the beverage.
And the one thing we've talked about is that you don't have to do anything really to sell another Pepsi. So what is it, just the mindset that you're giving back, or how do you guys think about what you decide to promote and not promote?
Yeah,
as far as partnership goes.
Sure. We're just trying to make your event successful. So we play a very small part of that. However, we have so many different partners that we can rely on and reach out to. Just one we did the other day was Q&D had a football fundraiser, and we're providing them some different ideas. And if we can make your event successful by playing a very small part of it, that's what drives us.
Okay, so you talked about providing ideas. So what type of ideas would you provide me? I want to have a big event. I call you and say, hey, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I've never done this before. What can you do to help?
Yeah, it's just kind of understanding what has worked for other people in the different areas. So if you're hosting an event, we give you ideas as far as the beverage on what's working, what's not working, what something new that might sell really well for you. Because if you're putting on an event, you're probably trying to make some money.
Right.
And so from our beverage standpoint, we know what is going to be your best option out there, maybe what price it is. And then, locally, again, it's something where we have our own print shop, so we can help, provide banners or signage or media for the event and just try to help you overall. And all we ask in return is that you're staying loyal to Pepsi.
Yeah. So you brought a lot of products with you here today. So what type of products you do Lipton tea, some other ones that people may not be aware that you guys provide restaurants and C-stores and stuff like that. But, some of the ones that you have here, they're kind of, I don't want to say water necessarily, but that's a big part of your portfolio.
Yeah, so we're growing with our non-Pepsi brands. So a couple of things we have here. I'll start with what you just took a drink of.
Oh,
so
yes.
That's our very brand new. It's an apple cider vinegar.
Right.
How does it taste? Let me ask
good.
you that first.
I think you should take vinegar off the name. I don't know if you can do that or not, but it's good.
Yeah, it's Enjoy. It's a VitaNourish product. So VitaNourish creates this water right here, where they have a patented technology where they inject all these water molecules or the vitamins into the water molecules.
And you invented that in your basement.
I wish.
Go ahead.
So that's what they've done with this apple cider vinegar. It's called Enjoy. I'd give it a try. You can't really taste anything sour, right? So you have the blue raspberry. So that's the VitaNourish brand Bubbler. It's a sweetened sparkling water. So if you tell me a sparkling water, a lot of people are looking back to the LaCroix, to the bubbly, things like that, where if you drink it, it sounds good. It may not taste very good.
Right.
So this is your sweetened sparkling water. I brought those because those are absolutely killing it in the school market right now.
They are.
So just
in cafeterias and stuff like that?
Yep.
Really?
Just in Quincy alone, Quincy Notre Dame, Quincy High School, those were up 600%.
Really?
Yeah.
Huge. Are they less expensive for a student or me to purchase than a soda?
It'll be a little less expensive, but they meet the school guidelines. That's what's helping us.
Okay.
So anymore, we're so restricted on what we can sell. So our options right now are water, zero sugar soda, zero sugar Gatorade, and pretty much Bubbler.
Okay.
And so the Bubbler it gives you that fizz. It gives you it has caffeine in it. And the best part is it's only 5 calories.
Okay.
So
is it a flavored water basically?
Essentially it's a flavored water.
Okay. And then available. So are these products? You go to a store and they have to a restaurant and they have the fountain type things. Can you get these products in a fountain type, or is it only available through can?
No, none of what we have here are available in the fountain. And that's where, as far as my side of things, the on-premise side of things, we're gaining more and more traction as far as, we call it bottles to go cooler.
Okay.
So if it's something that we don't have on the fountain, and people, let's be honest, aren't drinking as much soda, we want to provide these healthier options for you, or an alternative to just your traditional soda lineup.
So is the game plan going forward to promote more of this and then maybe back off the soda a little bit, or
no, soda drives our business.
Okay.
It's just driving awareness to our other brands that people may not know that we have.
And okay, so when you make a decision as to what to put into a grocery store, first of all, do you get to make that decision? We're going to put this in this grocery store, this in this grocery store. Our C stores, we're going to have this type of product. Do you decide that, or do the stores decide that?
Yeah, so a lot of it we have control over. Then it gets to these kind of brands where we have those recommendations.
Okay, so you make let's say, do you get a certain cubic feet of a grocery store and then you fill it with what you want? Is that how it works?
Yeah, there's a lot of on the grocery side of things. There's a lot of contracted space.
Okay.
So yeah, those are things we work on. And then you work on different promotions, try to get that end cap, things like that. But unfortunately, I'm not the best guy on the grocery side of things.
Right.
But I know as far as, we have our space for the Pepsi, for the Mountain Dew, things like that, and then we work on the space for the, the non-traditional items.
And a lot of the fast food stores are contractually obligated, right? So certain stores can only carry your Coca-Cola, and then there's certain. But is there huge competition though among the local businesses to carry your product versus the other? Or is it like first come first serve, or do you guys kind of have a good working relationship with Coca-Cola?
Yeah, well, I mean, we work fine with Coke. As far as gaining a new restaurant that comes to town, we try to sell ourselves on service, what we can do for you, how we can serve you. And again, it's not just serving you the beverages. It's, the installation with our service techs. We have 24-hour on-call service. We're generally in Quincy 10 minutes away from fixing any issue that might happen, whether it's a fountain machine goes down or whether you run out of product. We're here within 10 minutes, and that's something that Coke can't do.
Yeah. So does that happen often, though? I mean, I find it interesting. You have a 24-hour service type situation. I mean, how often do you get calls?
Yeah.
Is it more frequent than I probably think?
Yeah, it's more frequent than you think. I mean, it's just a cooler might go down, fountain machine might not happen. And then, I mean, let's just put it for football season's coming up.
Right.
You might have a 100-degree day where you run out of all your drinks. Right. You might run out of Gatorade, and you have another game Monday, or you share a concession stand. Soccer plays out of that same one, and you need more product. You have to have it, and that's just a service we provide. That's how we gain our market share.
Right, and then so the other question I have for you is how, and you may not know this, how does Pepsi corporate, and I've heard a story about this, decide what the next flavor is going to be? And is it because of those like machines where you can punch the different flavors in, they go back to corporate and they decide that, or do you know?
I do not know that.
Okay, who controls the soda machines? Like if there's a soda machine out at Westview or in the corner, do you guys place those, or you do?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So that obviously there's a strategy behind that, or you just
and again, we're supposed to be your beverage experts, so we have we have the recommendation.
We have a beverage expert school, Tim?
No.
Okay, degree in beverage.
But I have lived and learned and failed and kind of learned again. So I mean, we have the data that shows what's working, what's not. And that's where we're, even for concession stands, we're trying to push the bubbler. I mean, so if you go to a high school football game, you might be getting your Diet Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, whatever it might be. If your kids go, they're seeing bubbler. That's what they're drinking in the school. So hopefully we're providing the data that shows you this is what's going to make you successful.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out.
I appreciate the time.
Tim Schrage, the man at Pepsi. This has been the Business Spotlight. I'm Ron Kinscherf, brought to you by Mercantile Bank.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.